everyone, today I've got my Love and Monsters movie review. You know what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, but for one guy, communicating with his girlfriend during a monster invasion makes long-distance relationships more challenging. Will they be able to reconnect in person again? So as far as the story goes, Michael Matthews directs this video-on-demand movie that delves into a world taken over by monsters in an apocalyptic society. People live underground, people are trying to survive. The main character spends his time writing in his journal or making some kind of voice recordings while living with this group of survivors who are actually kind of cool people. You know, some of the time I feel like, until he wants to search for his girlfriend. Now, one of the things that worked very well in this story was seeing humanity tested to fight for survival. And I feel like we've seen that a lot in, these types of survival movies, and it actually made the characters far more compelling and interesting and even lovable in the end. And I'm not going to give anything away, but I did get a lot of The Walking Dead vibes while watching this, and when it came to the human characters' actions. And I was also reminded about another sort of apocalyptic movie where one person was the main focus of the story, and that was I Am Legend. And not just because the main character is walking around with a dog, which is the case in this movie with Dylan O'Brien's character, and I would think that I speak for myself and any viewer watching this movie to say that hopefully the dog needs to be protected at all costs, because you know what happens to dogs in these types of survival movies. I'm actually really glad that the dog wasn't in CGI like I feel like I've seen in a lot of movies recently, so at least that was a plus. And the movie itself did also have a lot of lighthearted moments that really, gave the movie this added element of surprise. And there were so many things in general that I didn't see coming beyond what I had seen from the first trailer, because that was it that I had seen. Otherwise, I was going into this movie completely blind, and I think doing that really makes the movie-going experience that more enjoyable. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Dylan O'Brien, who steps up to the plate to play the film's hero, and just like his character from the Maze Runner movies, he's always up for a challenge when it comes to encountering the many elements that appear in this movie and what it has to offer. So I think he did a really good job, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised by his character development. You've got Michael Brooker. Speaking of The Walking Dead, you've got Michael Brooker in this movie, who is absolutely hilarious in his role, and even at times he pulled off this serious tone to him, but then when he flips the switch to being comedic again, I just thought it suited him really well in this role. More so than how he was acting in Fantasy Island, which I absolutely hated. Jessica Henwick, who plays Dylan O'Brien's girlfriend in the movie, while was only in this movie for a short period of time, she didn't always seem to stand out as much, and she didn't really seem to add much to the overall plot as far as importance goes. And Ariana Greenblatt, who accompanied Rooker's character, was also very cute and strong and funny in her own special way, and she didn't really come off annoying at all like I thought, or felt like she was just in the way. So I really liked her character in this movie. Almost kind of like a Abigail Breslin from Zombieland. So the things that I liked about this movie was that there were so many genres that were, I feel like I could point out in this movie. You've got fantasy, you've got sci-fi, suspense, horror, comedy, and maybe even a bit of romance to make up this movie. And it was actually fun and exciting to watch, and even scary at times. I mean, I was actually terrified at times, and I didn't think that I was going to be scared. And there were several moments that I didn't see coming. So like I said, it made the experience that much more awesome for me. And the monsters themselves, speaking of something scary, the monsters themselves were visually appealing. And while I've seen movies that, you know, make these like these CGI creatures look unfinished and blatantly fake, I mean, I really thought these creatures stood out to me the most, but in a good way. Overall, I would say that this movie was quite the surprise. I actually didn't think I would enjoy myself watching it. I would probably see it again just because of the entertainment factor alone. So I would highly recommend seeing this movie. I thought it was a very enjoyable movie, like I keep mentioning, so I definitely think you should check it out if you haven't. So I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Love and Monsters, and as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.